This whole idea was launched with the help of Senator Miles, and we'd like to acknowledge his involvement with this and his inspiration and how deeply he cares about his community, and we're part of that too, and we want to outreach, and we're just thankful for his involvement. Okay, onward, upward. Mr.
Yes.
All right, technology is great when it works, isn't it? Well, thanks again. I'm going to reiterate what Quincy said and give you a couple of remarks and then let you guys get on with the day that you're here for. This is actually really exciting. When I walked in, I told Quincy that the team should be very proud, but you all, we really appreciate you being here. So this is exciting. It's one of several that we plan to do, and we will look for your feedback at the end of the day as we can, how we might make what we're doing better. So welcome to our offices if you haven't been here. We are very excited to be hosting this event. Why? Because it's focused on including you all and expanding both the DBE and the HUB certified firms, which will benefit us in upcoming projects. Before we get too far along, I would like to take a minute and thank the American Council of Engineering Companies, which most of you probably know as ACEC, for being a partner with us. And we truly appreciate the coordinated effort in putting this event together. As a member of the Transportation Commission, it really is my pleasure and honor to serve on that board, not only because it gives me an opportunity to interact with people from all over the state, but it really gives me an opportunity to be involved in things that are a positive change. And we look at this event as that opportunity, positive change moving forward to how we can make things better. I can also tell you that the governor has a lot of confidence in this agency. He knows that we will accomplish the mission. And for those of you that are not familiar with what our mission is, it's simple. It's to move people and products through Texas. It sounds simple on paper, a little more difficult to execute on. But more importantly, the mission, than getting people from point A to point B, transportation is about sustaining our state's economy. An economy that if Texas were a state, and let's not forget, or a country, we were at one point, today we would be the 10th largest economy in the world. Our economy, our place in the global marketplace, literally rides on our roads, our rails, travels through our plane, on our planes, and through our ports. And while Texas has current economic bragging rights, with that, those bragging rights come an enormous responsibility. Those of you that know the Superman quote, with great power comes great responsibility. Well, having that kind of economic support, the responsibility is there. And we have the responsibility to keep Texas in the worldwide spotlight. A responsibility to maintain and improve our network and that our state depends on. That's something TxDOT cannot do alone. While our department is nearly 12,000 men and women strong, and we have some of the best employees in the state, we cannot possibly plan, design, and build every road and every bridge, maintain every highway, fill every pothole, produce every piece of equipment that we use. Nor can we provide every professional service that's intended to support this mission. That's why we rely on you. It's why we work with our consulting community and why we partner with our prime and subprime consultants. You are truly an extension of us, and that's how we view our partnership. And we owe it all to we owe it to all of our partners to make sure that you're successful. And we also owe it to Texans to expand our pool of partners. Well, why is this important? Well, this is important because it allows us to ensure that we get them the best deal, basically, and the best quality for the investment, the financial investment that they put into transportation in Texas. How we do what we do is just as important as the responsibility to get it done. That's why we hold meetings like this. This event and others like it help transportation planning programs, design and construction be more inclusive. And that inclusivity makes us better. It puts more small, minority-owned, and women-owned businesses at the table at the time that the highway contracts are being developed and delivered. And we truly think that getting everyone involved at the right time is also very key to our success. That's why it's, again, not just the right thing to do, it's the best thing to do for Texas. I think also it's incumbent upon us as an agency to take concrete steps I didn't write that part, so no pun intended. But, you know, it goes with the flow. To make sure that you have access and opportunity and that it exists. First off, we have to work with our prime consultants and contractors to make sure they are compliant with federal mandates. And we have to be vigilant when monitoring contracts and projects. But it's also important that our prime contractors know that a good faith effort, and we all know what that is not simply a checkbox on a piece of paper or a form. It really, truly is an effort to reach out to qualified minority, women, disadvantaged, and historically underutilized businesses. Second, as an agency, we have to continue to identify ways for our contracting partners to be more representative of the diverse population of Texas. That's one reason, again, why we're holding events like this, and this is one of just many that we plan to do. It's why we have the Alliance Program and several other mentoring and protege relationships to put prime contractors in touch with some subcontractors and make sure that they work together. And third, we need to provide our consultants and contractors, particularly our subs, with the knowledge about TxDOT processes and procedures so that you can be successful. I know it's not only important to be at the table when the work is distributed, but it's equally important that while you're there, you know exactly what's expected of you so that you can be successful and take advantage of the opportunities that are presented. To that end, help us help you. And here's a couple ways you can do that. Know and understand our contracting processes and procedures, and stay alert to opportunities. Follow our advertisements for available work. Check the department's website, TxDOT.gov. How many of you have been on that website? Okay, so that one's checked. If you haven't bookmarked it, I'd suggest you do. And lastly, stay plugged in and continue to attend TxDOT-sponsored forums like this. It's a great way to make valuable business partnerships and network that will lead to opportunities. In my professional, public service, and personal life, I consistently strive to employ a concept called Kaizen, which is Japanese, and the rough translation is my translation, not an actual translation, but it means know best, only better, and always challenge the status quo. We always need to work for improvement. If we keep that mindset, and I can tell you TxDOT does, we will continue to get better and better at everything we do. Working towards improvement is something that is TxDOT's philosophy and something that we embrace as part of our culture. It includes getting better and helping companies that simply want to have an opportunity and make a difference. Quincy, the staff here in Houston, along with Michael Bryant and Civil Rights Division, are conscientiously working toward that goal. And we do every day, and I can assure you that everyone in Austin is also. We're working to work alongside you and improve transportation in Texas. So I'd like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to share today with you. Learn a lot, take lots of notes, make lots of connections, and then when we walk out of here, let's all get to work. So thank you. I will turn it, I think, back over to Quincy, and please enjoy the day today.